I did not think stepping into that container would matter. It was just another inspection, another number on a manifest, another shift at the docks. The morning air smelled like salt and diesel gulls circled above the cranes, metal containers stacked like giant bricks against a grey sky. I walked into container B-17 to check the interior, empty, clean, dry. I heard the doors move behind me. At first I thought nothing of it. Dock noise is constant. Engines, chains, steel. Then the doors slammed shut. The sound was violent and final. 2 tons of steel sealing together. I turned instantly, grabbed the inner handle. There was none. I pounded hard. "Hey, open it up." My voice echoed once and disappeared. I waited for the familiar sound of laughter. Somebody messing around, nothing. Then the floor shifted. The entire container lifted. That is when my stomach dropped. I braced my hands against the wall as the container tilted. The scrape of chains above me. The deep vibration of engines. I shouted again, harder, longer. No response. Minutes later, I felt motion beneath my boots. Not a truck, not dock movement, a steady, rolling sway. The kind that moves through your knees. We were on a ship, and the ship was leaving. Darkness inside a sealed shipping container is complete. There is no crack of light, no outline, no reference point, just metal walls and your own breathing. I pressed my palms against the doors, cold steel. Unforgiving. I screamed until my throat burned. No one hears a man inside a container at sea. After the first hour, panic arrived. Not as a scream, but as heat in my chest. Your body wants to fight, wants to break something, but steel does not negotiate. So I sat down, I forced myself to inhale slowly, count to 4, exhale to 6. Panic wastes. Air is time. Time is survival. The first night was impossible to measure. I had no window, no clock, no sound beyond the low hum of engines and distant waves. I checked my watch by feel black digital still ticking. Time moved, even if I could not see it. Heat built slowly. By what must have been morning, the container turned warm, then hot metal absorbed sunlight like an oven. Sweat soaked through my flannel. I pulled it off, used it to wipe my face. My throat grew dry. I searched the container blindly. Palms sliding across ribbed steel walls. Corners, floor, seams, nothing. No tools, no water, no emergency latch, just emptiness. By the second day, the heat became personal. It pressed against my skin, wrapped around my lungs. Breathing felt thicker. I lay flat on the floor to conserve energy, spread my arms to cool against steel. My tongue felt heavy. I began imagining water, condensation on a cold glass, ice cubes cracking. The mind becomes cruel when the body lacks. I thought about my wife. Her voice when she laughs. The way she says my name when she is annoyed. I whispered her name into the dark, just to remind myself I existed beyond this box. Sleep came in fragments, dreams mixed with reality. At one point I was certain the doors had opened. Certain I saw light. I reached forward, felt only metal. Hallucinations begin quietly. By day 3, time dissolved. Minutes stretched into forever. Hours vanished. I spoke aloud just to hear proof of my own voice, my breathing, my heartbeat, the low rumble of engines. Those were my companions. I realized something important. The ship would dock eventually. Ships do not sail forever. Containers get opened. All I had to do was stay alive long enough. On what I believed was day 4, my body weakened. Standing made my vision swim. My lips cracked, my head pounded. I removed my boots to cool my feet. Used my flannel as padding against the floor. I began tapping the walls in patterns, hoping someone on the other side might hear. Tap, pause. Tap, tap. Nothing answered. Still I kept tapping. Action keeps fear from taking control. By day 5, the air felt thinner. Every breath required effort. I slowed everything. Slow thoughts, slow movements, slow breathing. I imagined the ship docking, imagined cranes lifting containers, men shouting instructions. I imagined the sound of metal doors unlocking. Hope is fragile, but without it, the mind collapses. I refused to let my mind collapse. Day 6 brought silence. The engines stopped. No hum, no vibration, just stillness. My heart pounded. Had the ship stopped, or had I gone deaf to it? I crawled to the doors, pressed my ear to steel. Nothing. Then faintly, a distant clang. Metal striking metal. Movement, voices, real voices. Far away, I tried to shout. My voice cracked. I slammed my fist against the door. Again. Pain shot through my hand, but pain meant I was conscious. I kept hitting. Then it happened. A mechanical grind. The unmistakable sound of locking bars turning. Light pierced the darkness in a thin, violent line. It felt like fire against my eyes. The doors opened wider. Fresh air flooded in. Cold, sharp. Beautiful. I tried to stand. My legs failed. I crawled forward, collapsed onto concrete. The sky above me was blinding blue. Dock workers surrounded me, their faces shocked. Someone said, Call emergency. Someone else said how long I tried to answer. 7 days.